5,126. That's the number of tries it took over the span of 15 years for you and I to get a product that makes our life easy, convenient, and leaves a little bit more time for fun. The bagless vacuum cleaner. In the 1970s, James Dyson was living in London and struggling with the traditional vacuum design, which required you to take that dirty bag out, put a new one in, and then reuse the machine. And also, the machine lost suction over time, so he realized that there must be a better way. And what inspired him was the industrial cyclone tower. In a way, what happens in the bagless vacuum cleaners overall is that there is a huge cyclone of air that goes inside, and because of the suction that it creates, it pulls all the dirt inside, and the filter that they have now patented is one that never needs to be changed. You just need to clean it with water every once in a while, and the machine will tell you when it needs to be cleaned in water. As is the story of any disrupting technology, Dyson did not find any buyers, and eventually in 1993 he launched his own company, Dyson Limited, and he launched the very first Dyson vacuum cleaner. Now, of course, we know and love them for beautifully designed but extremely expensive hair dryers, guilty as charged. But before it became the $30 billion company that it is, with a presence in almost all of nations and a huge product portfolio, Dyson had to spend 15 years trying to convince somebody, anybody, to believe that he had better technology. He was not working at the moment, his wife was the one who was supporting him, they went into financial debt. It took a lot of courage, and eventually in 93 is when he launched his business. Now, of course, there's the very obvious lesson to say that what if he would have quit at the 525th time and not tried again? We would probably not have Dyson and fabulous hair. But the more deeper message to kind of look at here is to go back and understand, why did existing vacuum companies not take on a technology that was clearly superior to the one that they already had? And eventually it would have allowed them to do exactly what Dyson does today, which is to overcharge because they hold the patent. And the simple reason there is that vacuum cleaners at one point were like printers. You don't pay money for the printer, you pay money for the ink. So vacuum companies of its age before 1993 were making much more money on selling bags to consumers than they were on actually making the vacuums. And why would they want to kill a perfectly good source of revenue, right? So the next time that you feel that you are stuck on the 5,125th try, maybe it would be a good time to, of course, motivate yourself and say, listen, let's try one more time. Of course, do all of that. But also try and figure out, what are the external reasons? What else is going wrong that's making this go wrong? And by saying that, I'm not putting up an argument to say you are probably in a situation where you're the victim. No, absolutely not. Something's missing for your actions as well. You are as much part of it as somebody else. But the point that I'm trying to make is that maybe there are certain external factors that are not going the way that you would want them to go, or there is something definitely getting missed that is affecting everything else. All you probably need to do today is to just take a short little pause and try and figure out what if there are something else. And the other thing to consider is also to expect that something might go wrong. Be prepared a little bit. You know how we always talk about that in success, a lot of times it's like a J curve, right? So what you need to understand in that J curve is that there will be a dip. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, hopefully not for a very long time, but there can be a dip. And once that dip comes, the lesser amount of time we spend in trying to feel bad about the fact that there is a dip, that it would be that much better for our success. Just, look at the spilt milk, pick out the chocolate pieces, go on. How will you know that you are in a dip? Well, at this point in time, if you stop yourself to ask, hey, am I in a dip? Maybe that's the first sign. But please remember, by definition, a J curve has a longer upward stroke. You just have to get past through this, there is success at the other end. But please be mindful of the fact that sometimes the reason why we can't take that uphill track is because there is some stuff that is holding us back. So identifying what is the stuff that you need to let go of could be a good first point to start, so that we can walk our way out.